How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're checking out Breeches' Eager Pillager. Suppose he might have an easy time, but generally, we don't know for sure. I got me a Rakathan opening hand. That's exciting. Uh, so Mono Red Pirates. What a fun archetype. Am I right? Turns out there aren't enough Mono Red Pirates to make a deck, which I found kind of sad. But we're making do. We're making do. We have other things like some equipment and a cutthroat. It's basically a pirate. Create a treasure. Look at me. I'm playing my opponent's deck just like I'm supposed to, I suppose. Nitha Resurgent Animist. What do you say? Welcome to the team. So I actually checked out the lore of Caverns of Ixalan in the interim between this episode and the last episode. Would be a way of actually putting that makes a little bit more sense. And boy, it's a bit crazy. I could have saved my Ragavan. Oh, my Ragavan did not die. That is surprising. Alright, well, it got me a gate. That's cool. I'll draw and discard. Helmet can go. And then I guess I'll play Carried. So Breeches in the lore is part of the pirate team that descends into the Caverns of Ixalan. And he's with Malcolm. He's the blue fly boy that we played with not too long ago, but a fair ways away. Red. Uh, that one. So if we attack like this, we can choose Great Treasure, can't block. Opponent, thoughts? I guess not. Well, we're getting through a guaranteed 4 damage, and then I suppose they would have had to trade out for the Nissa to stay alive. No, they wouldn't have stayed alive. Okay, that's why they conceded. Makes sense. But back to my distraction. The lore, right? So Breeches and his buddy Malcolm, were either working in a mine or investigating a mine. Like they had a mine basically, and they wanted to see why it had stopped working. And they're the guys that fight the Myco Tyrant for the most part. It's a little bit crazy. Um, but the Caverns of Ixalan lore, from what I remember, is one of those stories where you have multiple groups and then they converge at a certain point, right? And it's just a little odd how everybody decided to fall down the hole at the same point in time, and why nobody from the hole ever managed to make their way up, considering how easy it was for 3 groups of people to make their way down, all through separate means. Or to judge. Pirates, dinosaurs, vampires, all very cool. Um, I don't know. I think I like the Black Gods lore from the story the most. Hmm. You're not a pirate. I can draw cards though. It will turn off our Robber of the Rich, unfortunately. You got me, opponent. Yeah, so I think I don't know. It feels a little bit a little bit convoluted, but there were some fun, interesting things happening. Like there are merfolk, and the merfolk have a city. I think there were like three cities. The city at the very bottom with Chimnel, the Inner Sun. Then they passed through at least one before they got to the merfolk. So yeah, no, that tracks for three. Dude, Vito in the story though, he went a little nuts. Decline. Uh, we just don't have really good attacks, unfortunately. Toughness is something our opponent has in spades. Although our commander will be able to attack here very shortly. Next turn, because of first strike, it means he'll at least have a favorable attack on Vito. And he's gone. Yeah, I don't want him to perpetually lose his abilities. Angrath Marauder? Double damage should deal with Vito. You lifelink. Not what I want. Not what I want at all. Something good, please? Damaging target does sound decent. Not quite where we're at, unfortunately. Hmm. This kind of solves the problem. Can't block. Not allowed to block opponent. Hmm. And then we get down our Dire. Bolus' Citadel. A brave choice. Maybe not. Like, our opponent is up on us in many regards. Be good. Hmm. Treasure. Exile? Hmm. We can spend our mana to go out on our own terms, I think. I think that's where we're at, unfortunately. Huh. Okay, well, it's a start. Hmm. Lies Ilcor has returned with a Twilight Pilgrim. We need a repercussions right now. If we had a repercussions, we could still win this. We need to get rid of Archangel and then Starve Extinction, preferably. Otherwise, our opponent just gets to redraw their entire board. Cruelty of Kicks, very cool. Creature or Planeswalker. Don't have any of those, opponent. What are you doing? They are brave. They started off this turn at 28 life, and they are down to 2. Hmm. Blue. Gotta find a way to get rid of the. Hmm. So, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need a minimum of 5 with a Shatter Skull Smashing. So, we might as well go for the full 6. Five, and then the rest goes here. Opponent? Thoughts, opinions? Rude? Yeah, we might as well get the trigger here. Hmm. There's nothing I can do about it. If we could cast it instant speed, that might do something, but. Hmm. Hmm. Great treasure. Fill the top. Yeah, just not enough, unfortunately. We will. Mm. It was impressive. It was just a little bit too little too late. GG. Ah, one damage was enough to kill us. Here we go. And it's time for another game. Hey, we completed a quest. We did 2 quests by the looks of it. Not just one. I thought I had 2, but the other one was a 500 750. So we probably completed that one before we even started recording. So I was running elves in historic just to help clear out my quest log before I booted up arena again for some actual recording. Yeah, I don't know. The lore on Caverns of the Clon is kind of cool, but it's also kind of disjointed and all over the place. And I miss the days when, because Magic lore has never really been good. Like it's been passable at points, but it's never been like a top tier fantasy uh, background lore, right? Like you have other games in the tabletop space that have really good just outside of the game lore. Like the ones that spring to mind are like D&D has some pretty good lore, Warhammer has some pretty good lore. Like there are options out there for that kind of thing, right? And Magic, no. Like the Urza novelization was um considered to be pretty good Magic lore. Even that's just not really that great. Um, what did I feel? A soaring sandwing. I can cycle it for planes. Hmm. There must have been some kind of commander precon tie-in because I don't know. I've seen some of the commander cards. Oh God, why did we do that? Uh, punt one, punt one at the. Well, I get we probably made a punt before now, but this is the first punt of this game. Like we cannot say for certain that it's the first punt of the video, but we can say for sure that it's the first punt of this game. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really know at what capacity some of the precon stuff from the Commander tie-in product managed to make its way into Arena, but I don't think you can open it in pack, so I'm not 100% on that. Wolfwillow's Haven. We get down another pirate, another treasure. In the turn, Vulcanwrath Pitfighter is not worth the treasure. He's not a pirate. There are only like 18 mono red pirates, which is not enough for a deck, in my opinion. Cool, cool. Jetmir's Garden. I think I will borrow your dinosaur. Sadly, not enough for that, but we'll put down Valkyrie's Pitfighter is worth it now because he is a possible victory condition. Hey. Ooh, not that one. Apparently there's a hotkey that will bring up your friends list. Did not know that. Gelta. I've always wanted to kill my opponent with a Gelta. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, opponent. Yep, very heroic. Doesn't have haste though. GG. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.